gathering for a lot of years. We've been getting together for a long time.
Many years.
What is your earliest recollection of our families getting together? Any incidents?
One thing I always remember is the sukkah contest and the building of the sukkah that we all did together out on our yard here.
Right.
And I don't know if we won or not, but we put up a pretty good effort.
Yeah, that's right.
And I remember it being a pretty gosh darn good sukkah.
I remember that.
Yeah, so that's one of my earliest memories.
Thank you. Our family's been together for a long time. What's your earliest recollection of what we were doing together ever? Or your most vivid recollection?
I think my earliest recollections were spending High Holy Days with the Moors and having football games every Rosh Hashanah that the Solomons usually won.
Spoken like a true Solomon recollection.
My earliest recollection is the football matches that we had with the Solomons every year, and the Moors always won.
What else?
That's it.
Now that you're senile, what else don't you remember?
I remember just throwing and catching passes.
All by yourself.
All my little Moors were with me.
All the little Moors, okay.
Yes, and we always won.
Okay. Earliest, or your most vivid recollection?
Unfortunately, my most vivid recollection
Unfortunately,
has already been named by my father, partially Abby. I remember very much throughout different holidays playing football out on the lawn, and I'll have to be honest, I can't remember winning, I can't remember losing, but I remember the football.
That's the spirit. Doesn't matter whether you win or lose, as long as you enjoy it.
Remember the football.
Okay.
For the sake of being repetitive, I guess it has to be the football games.
Really? Everyone remembers the football game.
I especially remember going out and getting the blue sweatshirts with either dark blue or black type, and we all had to decide on numbers. And Abby was Leroy Kelly. And the Moors showed up, and they didn't even have uniforms.
No kidding. Not even uniforms. And they won anyway?
You gotta be kidding.
I'll be surprised. I want to remember something early, but that's just not going to happen.
Well, take your time.
We got lots of tape.
How about half hour ago?
Half hour ago, I think I got. I remember some football games.
We have an honest war here.
Yeah, it had to do with Abby always being faster than me.
Are you still fast, Abby? She's a fast girl. Everyone, the word's around in St. Louis.
She's quick.
Yeah, she's a fast girl.
What else? Well, I remember I'm having intrusions from everything everyone else just remembered, like Todd being here.
What did you say?
What was most outstanding?
The purple dessert.
The purple dessert that Louise makes. Your most vivid memory.
Well, I don't have any one particular memory, but I just know that in our getting together over the many years, I've tasted some of the best food that I've ever eaten in my whole life.
You're just
It's
like
amazing, isn't it?
trying to get out of this question. You remember
We all trying to get out of this.
An army travels on its stomach, and Joel does too.
Slugs travel on their stomachs.
And so does Joel.
Say that I saw a film of one of the early Moore Solomon football games.
Yes.
And if the Moors won that game, it would have to been one of the biggest turnarounds in the history of organized football.
And Lewis, what's your most vivid memory beside Robert?
That's not a memory, that's now.
He's saying something.
Oh, I have a vivid memory about Robert when Louise was
Okay.
You all see Rob? Yes. I don't right
I just
now.
think it's
Yeah, he's going to stick his fingers in this plug.
No.
No, I just
We're
remember.
just talking about general memories.
It was just being together and all being around the table and lots of good food.
Yeah, you and Joel, you go for that food stuff.
Nobody remembers anything.
Him while I say
Okay,
this.
all right.
I have a vivid memory of last Thanksgiving being very pregnant, and Uncle Dave being absolutely positive he would have bet his life on the fact that this child was going to be a girl.
Yay! Well,
I just wanted to get that on record.
okay. We now have on record my first error.
I just want the camera to know that we are cognizant of the fact that we were challenged to a football game today by the Solomons. It wasn't that we forgot.
And you practiced and everything.
It was simply that there was 3 feet of snow outside, which was very unusual for Thanksgiving. I had a bad hamstring. Richie had a volvulus. Valerie had an appendicitis.
Robert had an ear infection.
Robert had an ear infection.
I was up for it.
And David had a tennis elbow.
Other than that, you guys were ready.
Had it not been for that, we would have really shown you who were this champion.
This is especially special for us. We're thrilled to be here.
All the Moores are thrilled to be in Florida. All the Moores are thrilled to be in Florida for Kim and Bob's wedding. We've been waiting for it for...
The most wonderful jacket I've ever worn in my life. Thank you very much, Uncle Dave.
I don't want anybody.
Well, we would just like to say that
Here we are, all together again.
it's a very happy occasion that we're all here at, and
We thank you for inviting us, and we wish you all the happiness all the time.
David, I'm so glad to have this opportunity to say a few words since I wasn't offered the opportunity to give a toast tonight. I hadn't prepared anything, but in case I was asked to speak impromptu, spontaneously, what I was going to say is, my love to Kim and Bob. I hope that together they will help rid the world of pollution, nuclear armaments, starving people. These are all ideals I know they believe in, and I know that their love will help to make these things happen. And also to Brother Jack, who is really the patriarch, the Davises and the Strawgates. I would like to thank him from the bottom of my heart, because he knew where it was at long before David and I knew. And I will never forget him for knowing that.
For the sharing of happinesses.
Wonderfully said.
Dear family, the Solomons, who are always with their cameras to capture the beautiful moments that we have.
I am basically a historian.
Coming this long way, I can really...
You're good. Go.
All I need is a...
Go ahead.